I have so many thoughts about gatekeeping. Um, and now I'm like in this season where I'm just really, really like looking back on gatekeeping and my thoughts on gatekeeping. And I still think that I understand how gatekeeping got its negative connotation. I understand because if you read The Spirit of Intimacy, which is a book that details some of the stories that had taken place amongst the Dogon tribe, there's, I think it's like the 13th chapter, and it speaks about gatekeepers. And these gatekeepers are trans, gender nonconforming, and queer people. These gatekeepers are beings that are assigned a certain sex at birth, but tend to walk between the worlds. And so they have access to these other dimensions. They have access to this other dialogue, this other conversation that we find true, amongst us as queer people. Like a lot of queer people, a lot of Black Indigenous queer people specifically have access to multiple streams of dialogue, multiple conversations we have access to. If we are, doing our due diligence, and walking between these worlds. We get access to um, heterosexual binary dialogue. We get access to um, the gay community's dialogue. We get access to exclusively trans and gender non-binary dialogue. And so there's um, there's multiple ways in which we are connecting. And so we kind of stream these conversations through our being. Um, I struggle with gatekeeping because when I was introduced to certain organizational entities, um, there was a negative connotation that was put on gatekeeping. And I don't think that connotation was intentional, but I do think that it happened regardless. A connotation was put on gatekeeping that made me shy away from gatekeeping, you know. And today, I am no longer shying away from becoming a gatekeeper. Um, I'm telling you, my season is coming to gatekeep, and I am going to embrace it. I am going to um, become the greatest gatekeeper of all times. I'm going to be the GOAT of gatekeeping. And I am going to do this in a way that is guiltless because for years I have consistently reached out to people, tried to organize with them, tried to network with them, tried to bring them into the table, try to have conversations with them that elevated, all of our voices, that created spaces for all of us. And it appears that these attempts often fall on deaf ears. People, for the most part, a lot of members of the community, right now, everything is a money grab. And so people are consistently wanting their palms greased. I mean, like, if you're not greasing palms repeatedly, like, there's so many of us in this community, so many of us in the Black Indigenous community and just in the Black queer community altogether. If you are not consistently greasing these people's palms, I don't know what so many of my community members actually believe in. I don't know what any of them believe in. I know they believe in money. I know a lot of them believe in getting their palms greased. And y'all. And so many of y'all love getting y'all palms greased so much, yet y'all always broke. Yet y'all can never support, y'all never have any funds to support someone else, but you always getting your palms greased. I'm trying to understand how you always getting your palms greased, but yet you're always broke. Something spiritually is off. You don't have the funds to support community, but you don't do nothing unless you're getting paid. The math is just not mathing. Something is off. You're not doing anything unless you get paid. So you're always getting paid, but you're still always broke. You're always booked and busy, but you're still always broke. You still never have any resources to support things outside of your things that are outside of your direct focus and your network. Like you don't have the resources to sow into things that could benefit other members of your community, other people outside of your circle. You don't have energy for that. But you're always getting your palms greased, but you never have an extra dollar. So make that make sense for me. Because here I am, probably one of the girls who still live in poverty, you know, still ain't making hella coin, but I could still burn a $50 bill and $100 bill and not be on here begging y'all for no money, not be posting no GoFundMe's. You know what I'm saying? Like, like if I had to go and sleep under a bridge and get a tent and sleep under a bridge, I would. And part of me has low key been thinking about doing that just to prove a point. But the only reason why I ain't pitched that tent yet and slept under that bridge so I could show community, both biological and queer, just how selfish y'all are, just how greedy y'all are. The only reason why I ain't pitched that tent and went live is because my mother is not feeling well. My mother is not in a good state for me to do that. But if my biological mother was not in the state that she was in, I'll pitch a tent for y'all and live in that tent under the bridge so I could show y'all just how messed up y'all are. Because it's not me. Because I done went without, I done suffered, I done struggled, and I done put people's ahead of me time and time and time and time and time and time again. I've stayed at the back of the line so other people could walk ahead of me. Time and time again, and it's done nothing but make a lot of y'all more greedy, more selfish. You don't move, you don't show up until your palm is being greased. And I don't know what a lot of you believe in. I don't know what your values are. I don't know what your morals are. I legit don't know what you stand for. I don't know if you just showing up because the camera's there, because this is an opportunity for you to capitalize. This is an opportunity for you to shuck and jive for the oppressor, for the colonizer. I don't know what you're really showing up for. A lot of you, I have to question it, both in my biological relationships and in my queer family relationships. I have to question what is y'all motivation? Because nobody got no unless they palms being greased. And your palms always being greased, but you still always broke. You always tired. You don't never have energy for anything other than what serves you. So when I become this gatekeeper, I am going to gatekeep with everything that is in my heart with a guiltless conscience. When the powers that be see fit to endow me with the coin untold, and they're going to give it to me because I am ready for it. And when they give me that coin untold, when you don't have access to me, When you can't get me on the phone, when you can't talk to me, when you can't be in my space, when I don't acknowledge you, when I don't speak to you, don't feel bad. Don't think it's personal. It's the same thing that it's been for y'all all this time. It's business. A lot of you who I have to deal with now and I have to have relationships now, honey, in the future, when I do not want to sit at a table with you, Rick, I want you to keep the same energy that you're having right now. I want you to continue to treat me like you've been treating me right now. I want all of you to keep the same energy. Don't try to switch it up. Don't try to change. Be 10 toes down for your greedy hand greasiness. Stay loyal to that. Be consistent. Don't switch it up. Continue to be yourself. Okay? Because when I become Tyler Perry, it's going to be a difference between me and Tyler Perry, though. It's going to be a difference between me and every other gatekeeper you ever seen. One thing that's going to be different from me and other gatekeepers is that you're not going to have to fall on your knees and pray to Father God, King Jesus, to sit at my table. I'm not going to demand you sing his praises. I'm not going to make that demand. So that's where I'll be a different gatekeeper. Whole ones will sit at this table, not fake whole ones, but true whole ones. And I don't want to use the word fake. Let me say non-authentic. Not non-authentic whole ones, but actually whole ones will be welcome to sit at the table. But I will be looking at how you have treated me in the process of getting to where I am going. I will judge you by your fruit, by the tree that you've had, because I am going to be the greatest gatekeeper of all times. Why? Because I need to protect the culture in which I've given my life to building up. I've given my time and energy and some of the best years of my life to nurturing wholeness, to nurturing this spirituality, to nurturing these ideas through my art, through my storytelling, through my blogging, through my music, every avenue I've been afforded to express and to talk about and to cultivate this way of existing, this knowledge, this wisdom, this experience. I've given my life to this. And if your effort has not come close because you've been so busy securing the bag, chasing after master's approval, then no, you cannot sit with me. And I say that with the least amount of guilt whatsoever. You will not be able to sit with me. You will not. You will not sit at my table. I will not see you. Depart from me. I never knew you. And I'm saying this because I want you. I'm not going to be non-authentic. You're not going to know what you're not getting. Now, I'm not going to be long on this live because in 2 weeks, we will be doing Postcards from Over the Edge, the musical experience. I'm really excited about it. I have been rehearsing every free day that I've had, learning my lines by heart, because everything that I'm saying, everything that's being said in this, I wrote most of it. I redid the script. This is an important work, that I have invested 2000. So it started, I think, in 2015, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Like literally, I done been working with and on this project every bit of 7, 8 years, you know, and I'm finally about to step away from the project because there are more personal projects that I want to work on. And I'm gonna be honest with you, in these new projects that I'm working on, I'm gonna be less likely to partner with people. It is gonna be more about having a vision, putting it out, and finding people to execute the vision. I've had people to tell me in the past, oh, you know, you should want to partner with people, you should want to collaborate with people. And collaboration is just another way for allowing the person that you're partnering with to take over. This is what I'm finding in collaboration. It's not really collaboration, it's the other person taking over. It's the vision totally changing. And so, because I know the intentions of my work, some of us, our intentions are to make money. And while making money is good, making money often does not feed the soul. And the population that I'm attempting to uplift is empty. And financial wealth does not solve spiritual, mental, and emotional emptiness. It does not heal that. It does not change that. We've seen these examples time and time again. People with billions of dollars trying to travel under the ocean and exploding in marines. We got titans of industry creating wars all the time over petty, simple stuff. Our nation is a bully, one of the most powerful nations on the planet, and now we just killing our soldiers and sending soldiers to war just because we want more power. So having financial resources is cute and it's necessary to a certain degree, but if you don't have any ethics, if you don't have any morals, if you don't have a conscience, then resources make you dangerous. Resources make you a part of the problem. If you don't care about the overlooked and the underserved and the most marginalized human beings, if you're not invested in doing the work sincerely to help to elevate these people and to expand the consciousness of these people and to evolve these people, then resources and access in your hand, is it a blessing or a curse? So when I gatekeep, I am going to gatekeep with the least amount of guilt. Because I've seen what people with access and resources and wealth consistently continue to do. They put out propaganda, they put out content for the sole purpose of division, for the sole purpose of anarchy, for the sole purpose of chaos, for the sole purpose of creating a bigger gap in between all of us. And it's justified because a lot of us are stuck in quicksand, holding on to past trauma, past hurt, past pain. And so that's all our art ever reflects. That's all what we express and all what we get on our platforms. And we use our platforms to galvanize each other against each other. And you wonder why you exhausted. You wonder why you're always tired. You wonder why you're not motivated unless your palm is being greased. Because this is what you're growing in your garden. This is what you sown. And so when the powers that be, because it's one watching, it's one ancestor watching me, and they've been watching me and they've been waiting for me to be ready. And I'm letting you know now I'm ready. And I want you to open the floodgates. And I want you to let them coins. I want you to let that access, I want you to let them resources rain down on me. Rain down on me like manna from heaven. I am ready for the wealth. I am ready for the access. I am ready for the resources. And I am going to gatekeep. And none of y'all gonna make me feel guilty. None of y'all gonna be able to pull at my heartstrings because I know that I tried and I ran at the back. I sat at the back of the bus and I waited at the end of the line and I let everybody eat before me consistently. And you all have showed your true colors. I see your true colors shining through. It's not a rainbow. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's not a rainbow, boo. It's not a rainbow. It's something else, but it ain't a rainbow, mom. It ain't a rainbow, Paul. It ain't a rainbow, sir. It ain't a rainbow, ma'am. It's not a rainbow. Period. So, yeah, yeah. My season is coming. This is my season to to be a gatekeeper. I am embracing it. I am not running from it. I am going to sit in that seat of power and I am going to judge, not condemn, but I am going to judge accordingly. And I am going to, with ease, say, no, you can't sit here. And all of y'all can have y'all little comments and murmurs, but where were you when I was struggling? Where were you when I was standing at the back of the bus? Where were you when I was letting everybody go ahead of me and eat first? Where was your commentary then? See, my story is not Tyler Perry's. My story is not every other gatekeeper that I could name in the community. I'm not going to name y'all. I'm going to give you that grace. My story is not Oprah's. I'm not that kind of gatekeeper. I have walked through the fire and over charcoals 1,000 times for all of y'all. I have lived in every hood, lived in damn near every hood in America, and went to South Africa and lived in the hood over there. I don't owe you no more suffering. I don't owe you no more. So now the choices that I make in the future, every move I make is going to be to defend Lalem Laler, wholeness, Black Indigenous people who identify with wholeness, who honor the mother and the father, who honor that within themselves. Every move I make is going to be to expand the capacity of Black Indigenous people and to liberate us from the chains of these social oppressions, colorism, racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, to liberate us from these shackles so that we can realize our full potential. Every move I make, so that we can begin to heal ourselves of 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 these false limitations and these diseases and these afflictions. Every move I make is going to be about telling those kind of stories that spark the imagination so that this next little genius, this next this next healer, this next guide, this next storyteller, this next culture bearer can imagine a world without limitations and not be motivated by having their palms greased, but motivated by a power that lives with creating a generation that knows I am the bank, I am the resource, I am the storehouse, I am the bailout, I am the bank. I am the resource. I am the storehouse. I am the bailout. I am the bank. I am the resource. I am the storehouse. I am the bailout. I am the bank. I am the resource. I am the storehouse. I am the bailout. I am the bank. I am the resource. I am the storehouse. I am the bailout. I am the bank. It all comes from me. It all flows through me. I am the bank. I am the bank. I am the resource. I am the storehouse. I am the bailout. I am access. I am wealth. I am health. I am healing. That is what I am nurturing. That is what I'm empowering. That is what I'm here for. A generation of beings that knows that it is all in them. And they vibrate on that frequency and build communities around that. And they love on each other with art, not exploitation, not commodification, not worship of paper with white faces on it. I'm sick of all of y'all who sit up here and pretend and smile and put on these joker clown faces and pretend like you so invested in community, but you only invested in an opportunity to capitalize. Yes, you have suffered. Yes, your trauma is real. But to allow yourself to justify becoming the oppressor and becoming the colonizer. Because some of y'all are going to see me as a colonizer. Some of you are going to see me as an oppressor. Some of you are going to feel like that. And that's unfortunate for you. But it will be because of choices you made, not because of choices I've made, because I've given you all the opportunity. I've given you all the chance. I've made myself available and vulnerable for years. And you sat idly and silently by. Your loyalty lie in other places and spaces. So deal with it. I light this candle to guide home the ancestors who have transitioned this realm today and every other day since I've been away from my altar. As I light this candle, I am reminded of who and whose I am. For those of you who are on this live, it says when there's two or more gathered, the divine is in the midst. So it's me and it's two on this live. So that's the Trinity, past, present, and future. This candle represents past, present, and future, the true Trinity. As I blow out this candle on the physical plane, it grows with purpose and intensity on the spiritual plane, preparing us for times that are now. I just want to prepare y'all for when y'all see me moving different. Go back to this video. You might want to save it, you might want to download it because this is a pivotal moment that a lot of y'all might want to take note of. You could use this book for your records. You could say this was when they verbalized it. Yes, I'm referring to myself as they because coming in 2024, I may drop she. My pronoun may just be they and them. But yeah, this is when they made the decision. Because we have to preserve this work. And I'm finding that I don't see any of you out there that I can trust with it. And so it's something that we are doing wrong. It's something that we need to correct. We didn't want to make slaves of our brothers and sisters, our siblings. We did not come here to make slaves of you. But if this is what you're going to be, then what are we to do? We did not come here to enslave y'all. We didn't come here for that. But we also are not going to let y'all keep those of us who are ready to be truly liberated, those of us who are truly ready to evolve, those of us who are truly ready to imagine and prepare ourselves for a reality that we know is possible, a reality that has limitless potential. We are not going to let you keep us bound. We are not going to keep standing at the back of the bus. We're not going to keep letting you eat first. We are not going to do it so that you can continue this what you're doing. We're not going to keep doing it. They have spoken through me. And this is the message for you. We are not going to keep doing it. We have had enough. We have shown enough mercy. We have shown enough grace. And our future will not continue to suffer for your greediness right now. Down but now that I say cool, it keeps spinning and turning. Iangani, Iyanko, Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God, goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Be well and have a blessed day. Now you've heard the announcements of Lay Lim Lay Learn Nation. Carry on.